Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Daily Rates Live with the Mortgage Calculator. Today, we are going to be going through our live mortgage rates. Then we are going to be talking about low FICO score loans for our deep dive topic here for today. Give us just a moment here to go live on all the different platforms. Definitely appreciate everybody tuning in. And definitely a great topic here today that everybody wants to know to make sure they can help as many borrowers as possible and push as many deals possible as through as possible to make sure that we aren't leaving any deals on the table. So with that being said, it looks like we're live on all the different platforms. We'll go ahead and get started. We'll take the chat off the screen for now, but go ahead and keep dropping those comments in the chat. You can drop any questions you have in the chat as well. We'd be more than happy to answer them after the presentation. So welcome, everyone. My name is Kyle Hershey. I'm the COO of the Mortgage Calculator, joined here by our president, Nick Hershey, and our CSO, Jose Gonzalez. We are a lender that specializes in non-QM loans, and what we do every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern on the show is go through our actual live mortgage rates, and then we do a deep dive into a different loan type. Today's loan type is going to be not necessarily a loan type, but loans to accomplish the same goal here, which is low FICO score loans. So Jose will take us through some great ways to solve that problem here shortly. But first, we will go through our rates. So Nick, if you're ready, let's pull up our live rates and see what the rates look like today.
All right. Lots of news in the market, but rates are looking like they calmed down a little bit finally. We will compare all the different standard loan programs for today. It is October 9th, just after 11 a.m. Eastern. So all of our initial rate sheets are live for today. And if you'd like an itemized loan estimate that breaks down all the fees, please get with our team members. We have plenty of loan officers to help you out. For our demo, we will always set up a basic scenario so we can compare the APR across the programs. We'll use a single family home, 500,000 purchase, 400,000 loan amount. That's an estimated 20% down payment, 80% loan to value. We'll use a 760 estimated FICO credit score and an estimated 40% debt to income ratio. Set those settings. Let's check out the rates for today. So first up, our 30-year fixed conventional option for a primary home, most common option people think of when they think of a mortgage. Rates today coming in at 6.124, final APR 6.427. And if for any reason our customer doesn't qualify for a conventional option, we typically want to quote an FHA option to compare. FHA allows more leniency on credit issues and a higher overall debt to income ratio, but does require upfront and yearly mortgage insurance. Rates come in today 5.25, final APR 6.193 with all the cost and mortgage insurance. So if our customer qualifies for both, FHA could be a touch cheaper here if they're willing to do the mortgage insurance. And our customers that need to use FHA, definitely very comparable option to conventional. And VA is only for eligible vets and active service members. These programs are definitely great for those that are eligible. Rates today come in at 5.5, final APR 5.786. And notice when we compare that across the programs, the VA option is going to be the best for our eligible borrowers. So definitely take advantage if you are eligible. And the final standard option that every banker lender has, USDA, is only for properties in USDA eligible areas. That's the rural areas of the country. So if the property is eligible and the borrower is eligible, these are great options to compare. USDA comes in today 5.25, final APR with all the fees 5.996. So we'll compare that to FHA typically if our customer is shopping in these areas. And the USDA option is going to be a touch cheaper than both FHA or conventional. So definitely a good option for those shopping in the rural areas. And that rounds out our standard options that any banker lender has. But if a customer doesn't qualify, they may have to deny them. We have 5,000 plus other options, starting here with our non-QM alt doc option for a primary home. So if our customer doesn't qualify using tax returns, standard documentation for conventional, FHA, etc., needs to switch to using alternative documentation like bank statements, 1099s, etc., we can switch to this program. Rates as low as 6.125 today. Absolutely amazing. Final APR 6.450, almost identical to conventional today, to use alternative docs. So great opportunity for our borrowers needing to go with our alt doc options. And we have tons of options for investment properties as well. So our non-QM alt doc is up first. So bank statement or similar. Rates as low as 6.999 for investment property. Final APR 7.415. And we'll compare that with our other investment options. Conventional is coming in today at 6.875 for an investment property. Final APR 7.211. So a touch cheaper than our alt doc. And remember, there are no government programs, so no VA, USDA, or FHA. But we do have all kinds of amazing options under our favorite program under DSCR, stands for Debt Service Coverage Ratio. No employment information needed, no income information needed from our borrower. Simply use the estimated rents to determine a DSCR value. The estimated rents can cover the estimated expenses, aka the property cash flows. That's a ratio of 1 or higher, which is preferred. And with a 3-year prepayment penalty, which is standard, rates come in today 6.375. Final APR 6.682, blowing conventional out of the water. Absolutely amazing. And we can add a 5-year prepay to some programs, lowering it even more. Rates as low as 6.25. Final APR 6.541. Again, blowing conventional away. And we have our no prepayment penalty option. Yes, some states don't allow it, and some investors prefer not to have a prepayment penalty. Rates as low as 7%. Final APR 7.350. As usual, the no prepayment penalty option is going to be just a touch above conventional, but I would still say 100% of investors would choose the DSCR option in this case. And if possible, add a prepayment penalty. It makes the deal quite a bit sweeter. And the final 2 demos we always do are 30-year fixed second mortgages. These are very popular requests as many of our customers have lower rates than what we're showing here for their first mortgage, but still need to access their equity. We can do that typically with a HELOC, but these options are, for most borrowers, even better because they are not adjustable and lower rates than a HELOC. So our 30-year fixed second mortgage for a primary home, get cash out of that primary home without using a HELOC, rates as low as 8%, much lower rates than a HELOC. Final APR 8.426. So great option for those primary homeowners to get that cash out. And same option for investment properties, rates as low as 9.375, final APR 9.731. And HELOCs are rare for investment properties, so these are great options for our investors that don't want to touch that first mortgage. Now let me switch up the screens here and get into today's topic. So when we're doing our live demo, remember we always use the high credit score so we can see all the different programs pop up. But of course, we always have options for our lower FICO scores. It's just not as comparable. We have to find those specific programs that offer those options. So Jose will be able to present some of those today. So Jose, what are our lowest options that we have for our borrowers?
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us for Daily Mortgage Rates Live with the Mortgage Calculator. We have some great options today. Some of our options you'd probably figure out, and some of our options that are outside the box solutions here that we love to provide at the Mortgage Calculator. So let's jump right into our low FICO score options. So our first option here is for our FHA borrower. And pleased to say that we, we were able to go down to a 500 credit score with minimum down payment of 90%. Anytime your score is below 580, you are going to be required to give at least 10% down for any FHA loan. That doesn't mean it's a guaranteed it's going to be approved, just that is the minimum down payment when the credit score drops below 580. And our low FICO score 7% at a cost of 2.5 points for our 500 credit score FHA purchase. Now our 500 credit score USDA purchase, again, great news, possible down to a 500. Lowest cost option here is 7.375 at a cost of 1 point. And you can buy that down all the way to 6.25% at a cost of 2.25 points. In our VA purchase, we're able to easily go down to a 580. Now, these are our compliant rates. We do have options below a 580, but in order to be able to offer those rates, you will need a little bit of seller credit, as the seller would have to pay for some of the loan discount fee for the borrower to be able to be offered those rates. So Here we have at a 580 with no seller contribution, 6.75 is our lowest cost option at a cost of 1.199 points. And you can buy that down to 6% at a cost of 2.449 points. And now for our outside the box solutions, we actually have DSCR possible down to a 575 credit score. It is going to require 40% down, as 60% LTV is our maximum LTV when our score is that low. And you're looking at 10.875 at a cost of 1 discount point. And for our alt doc purchase, alt doc, we would consider bank statement, profit and loss, 1099 would be the alt doc options here. And it is possible down to a 600 credit score. And we can go up to 80% on both investment and primary, 80% LTV. In this case, we have an investment purchase, 80% LTV. Our lowest cost option is 10.625 at par. And you can buy that down all the way to 8.999 at a cost of 3.375 points. And now for some cash out options. The same option available for purchase at 60% LTV is available for a DSCR cash out at 60% LTV with our 575 credit score, a little bit higher on the rate due to transaction being a cash out. We're looking at 11.125 at a cost of 1 point for DSCR cash out with a 575 credit score. And our low credit score option here for FHA, 580 credit score, get us up to the max 80% LTV. There are options below a 580, but in order, that would be one where you'd have compliant to see if you get any bona fide discount points so that you can offer that option. Here, the one without any issues is 80% LTV, and you're looking at 6.75 is our lowest cost option, half a point cost there, and you can buy that down to 5.625 at a cost of 2.5 points. And our last option here are outside the box solutions. This is for the alt doc cash out refi, the same one that is 80% on a purchase. It's 75% on a cash out refi at a 600 credit score. Lowest cost option is 10.75% interest rate at a cost of half a point. And you can buy that down all the way to 9.875 at a cost of 2.375 points. So great options here at the Mortgage Calculator for low FICO score borrowers, agency, as well as non-QM.
All right. Thank you, Jose. I don't see any questions. I think we'll wrap it up, but definitely some amazing options there. So make sure to check out all those options when you need them. We'll go ahead and wrap it up then. Remember that we do this show at 11 a.m. Eastern every weekday where we go through our live rates and then do a deep dive into a different loan topic. So we'll be back tomorrow with a new topic. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern for the next